Think about what you've been tolerating this whole entire year. Think about what you may have allowed. Think about what you may have accepted. Think about what you may have communicated with. And if you hear cars passing by or people talking, just know I'm downtown, so that can't be helped. People are going to do what they do. People are going to watch and stare. But as long as we mind our business, nobody should bother us, right? But that's exactly what I mean, though. That just basically explained the point. You can't help what you tolerate because it's the lowest version of what we are taught to practice. What we are taught. I thought that was a human. That was a geese? Goose? Geese is more. Goose is. Anyways. Because the things that you outgrow are the best benefit for you to handle. Because it's not that you're tolerating things that you may have accepted or whatever the case. But really think about what the toleration of what you place in your life. Excuse me. Think about where that's taking you. Think about how lost you became when you accepted disrespect, for example. And we'll get into those key points. I just got 5 key points for today. But as you can see, I love to record. And this is my 7th video for today. So after I post this one, I'm going to chill for a bit, make sure I eat and whatnot. I'm going to play some Call of Duty, go on Nuketown. But that's the thing right there. This whole entire video is going to be hypocritical. It's going to be a contradiction, and that's okay because I'd rather be authentic in my lies than lie in my truth, because my truth do tell a lie, but my lies don't know what my truth is. That's why I'd rather speak the truth than lie to you, but what is my truth when I'm born to lie? Prosperous rising, celestial afternoon, and abundant night to anybody watching this mindful message. It's your divine reflection, divine observation. We are back with another quantum witnessing. And if you choose to and you enjoy these videos, make sure you like, comment, subscribe for more divine messages. I'm not here to play with y'all. Let's get right into it, man, because I got things to do. And we got work to do as well. Got to get ready for content tomorrow. Every day we working, no excuses. All right. So now the first part I put because a lot of times I just want to really just get my thoughts out. But when I would think about, when I mean it's just the ego talking. My spirit would never say this, but the people I've lost in my life, I had to outgrow what they were stuck in spiritually. And that's why it never was a detriment nor a dire need for me to have them in my existence, because they exist in the back part of my mind. But with where I am currently, they don't matter to me because they were only meant to matter in that chapter or in that page or in those pages. Whatever in the years, whatever time that the gatekeepers want me to be unconscious to. Getting away from their vibration is why I'm able to be where I am today, because I wouldn't be here if I didn't get away from my environment, my old situations, because my old situations were comfortable communicating together. I'd rather communicate with the best version of me in isolation. And it's not for a punishment, but if I wanted to punish myself, I'd rather be in isolation and learn in silence. And the one thing, out of the 5, the one thing I put was, you don't tolerate disrespect anymore. And the thing is, too, the old part of us, not many of you who can relate, but just speaking from experience, you tolerate or you allow the things, or the old you will let a lot of things slide. But this new version of you will never entertain that. And once you stop feeding into it, once you stop enabling it, that's when they become distant, they fall away. Why is it that you push me away because I'm on to the jokes or the antics or the jabs that you secretly have been saying to me or about me since the day we met? I let these things slide because I was feeling sorry for you. Knowing just that I want to save you from harm and chaos. I don't want to put my hands on you, but you think as if it's okay to just, throw this or say that or express this and me not say anything. So the moment I stand up for myself, now you don't want to be friends with me. You don't want to be associates with me. You don't want to be family with me. You don't even want to communicate with me because I'm not going to let you sit here and disrespect yourself as well, because realistically, you can't bring me down to your level. Realistically, you can't tell me that I don't know who I am, because realistically, I don't know who I am. But I just lied to my truth. That's the insanity behind what people had to get away from. Get away from my silence, because when I speak up, now it's a problem. But wait a minute. I'm noticing what you're doing. Excuse me. I'm noticing what you're doing. I have a voice for a reason. I have a gateway in this center right here for a reason, and you expect me to not use it. But when I didn't use it, that's when you were in awe. That's when it was, hey, buddy, buddy. But the moment I say, hey, bro, I don't fuck with that. That was some weird ass shit. Or why did you do that? Now what's the problem? It's not that deep. It's not that shit. That's how we rocking. For sure. Noted. I see how you operate. I see how you move. It's all love from a distance. I'd rather be in my own vicinity. I'd rather be in my own environment. I'd rather be in my own enlightenment doing what I want to do, because I don't have to tolerate disrespect to myself, because when I wake up, it's always respect with me. It's always respect when I see myself. So why would I tolerate disrespect when beings who disrespect themselves can't even respect what they're disrespecting? Do you even know why you disrespect yourself? Some people don't know why they do that. It's disrespectful to look into the mirror and not acknowledge the love you have for yourself. It's disrespectful to not say thank you to an almighty source. We all know that there is a God, but we want to call it that, right? Or wrong. When you know that there's more to life than you become grateful that you are even here. Because you are just a piece of sand or a piece of a Lego underneath the bed, or thrown in the side of the garage that's stacked up upon each other, or hoarding in the garage. You're like a needle thrown into the ocean. You're so small that you don't take an instance of gratitude to appreciate how far you came. Just in 2 years, 2 months, 5 years, 15, 55, 38, 95, 10, 20, because people be like, uh-oh, symbolism. You can't catch foolishness. Don't do that. All we're doing is speaking out just with expression. Don't make it as deep as you think it is, but it is that deep. Contradict everything, question everything. Now, when you do that, all of a sudden, they want to make you go against yourself. Fuck you then. Because I see how you're trying to gaslight me to feeling wrong for being honest. Why are you disrespecting our friend? If we're in a friend group and I see you talking about their shoes, or they're not eating, or you calling them broke, or you talking about they don't get girls, or they don't know how to dress, or whatever, what's going on? Why are you doing that? Shit's weird. Yeah, we can joke and roast or joan or whatever, but that shit get boring though, because realistically, you don't want to go there. People want to join, but then when you hit a certain spot, or you hit a certain narrative or a certain truth about this person, now it's let's go and chill out with all that. Oh, now you want to chill out. But when it was me, everybody was hee hee ha ha. Let's really start laughing about something. Now we don't want to play the game no more. Got it. The next one, you started valuing your peace more. And this is because the version of you that lived and still lives in chaos, you were able to handle what they were dishing out. You were able to handle what you were being friends with. You were able to handle what they would communicate about, or what you would hang out with. But this new healing version of your identity cannot be with them anymore. They can't even heal the parts of themselves that they hide constantly. And how is that your fault that you show up for yourself constantly? That'd be the thing right there. Many people never take the time out of their day to really sit with themselves and value what never was. And somebody be like, well, what does that even mean? Exactly. This is what never was. Everything that you're listening to right now never was heard. It was never said. It was never seen. But somehow, some way, you can comprehend what's being seen, what's being heard, what's being said, and what you're feeling. But that all comes down from a feeling. When you observe the feeling, who's in that feeling? You're not in that feeling, because you're the one flowing as the feeling. But outside the feeling, what are you flowing as? When you gotta value what you're flowing as. And what can that be? What side are you playing on? What side are you playing on? What type of bridge do you want to cross? Like, what path do you want to see yourself aligned with? Because if you're not in alignment, there is no peace for you to value. And if you can't value that, all you can do is value the chaos that people sleep with. Not just that, well, you get hypnotized by it, but that's a big ass. That was a big ass spider. Holy shit. But you can't discern the peace that wants to be next to you. Peace wants to reside with where you are. Well, make sure no spiders crawling on me and shit. You gotta value the peace that wants to be with where you are, because where you are right now has to remain in that alignment. And what's crazy, You can't have peace without the chaos. So you can't wake up and say to yourself, I just immediately want peace and that's it. That's chaotic to want that. I hope you know that. And I don't want to say I hope. You know that. I can't even sit here and say I want peace because why? The simulation has to run on its own algorithm. I can't get mad about that. I'm the one that simulates the beings who are doing their own programming because why? They're in my reality, but is my reality mine? Or was I chosen to observe it? You're raising your standards. That's how you know you outgrew so many things that you may have used to do. It can be with clothes you wear, shows you watch, movies you watch, the things that you read, the things that you scroll on, the things that you may post on, the things that you say, the things that you research, the things that you have used to accept, the things that you may see about yourself, girls, boys, whatever. The shadow part of you tolerates bare minimum effort, but your higher self doesn't go for that because low minimum effort, meaning like if me and a woman are going on a date, in my future, I know that I will be able to have first date instances to where we can go out the country, we can go to an island, we can go to different parts of the states to where we can try new foods, we can just explore, we can venture out and just do things freely, and we're getting paid just by the minute, by the second, by the hour because we're always remaining consistent in our works and whatever that we do spiritually. And because I know that about this woman, it wouldn't happen immediately because that gradually takes time. But knowing her, she knows that I'm gonna put in the effort, and that can be through alchemy or sexual intercourse. It can be through admiration or just silence. It can be conversations behind closed doors. It can be with the foods that we try that may not be high in price range, but she knows that I don't mind spending that bag. And I ain't talking about a bag to where you need to go to an expensive mall, whatever. No, because for you to get that, that comes with time. But even though with time you don't need materials that you can get yourself, I don't mind getting it for you, but if you can't get it yourself, then why would I want to sit there and be right next to you? You're not on your purpose, you're not on your grind, you can't even get this shit for yourself. So why don't I get it for you? And I wouldn't want her to get it for me because I can get it myself, but if you get it for me, then I appreciate it. I'm finna go harder than you. That's where the effort comes in because, oh, I'm competitive. I grew up playing basketball, football, soccer, or football, American football, and baseball. Respect to the other cultures and all that. We can't sit here and be ignorant. Now, that's ignorance. And that's why when she knows that, she'll be like, oh, okay, like, she'll appreciate what I do because no matter what, whenever my life changes for the better, because it already has, right? But when it's finally seen, there will be no, it's what I got in my bank account. Can I do this for her? No. If I fuck with Shorty for real, if I really rock with her spiritually, beyond time and space or whatever, she'll know that no matter what, I'm gonna get her whatever I feel like she wants. I'm gonna ask her options too. She may say, oh, I only want this. I may get her all three of the options that she couldn't even get. Or if she had 4 options and she picked 3 of them, but she wanted just one, I may get her all 4. I may get her all 2. I may get her 3. But either way it goes though, I'm gonna always have backup to lean on. And it's not even with her being in my life, but it's just because I'm holding myself up to a higher standard to where if she wasn't in my life, I could still do the same for myself. That's why I don't need anything. I don't want anything. Now, I'm lying when I say I don't want anything because there are some things I do want. There are some things I do desire for sure, but I don't need it. I don't have to sit here and fawn over or become in my nature to where, damn, I'm gonna die if I don't obtain this. No, it's already there. That's why having 1 or something, 2, 3, 4, cool. But I don't need 10, I don't need 15. I might as well get it to somebody else, even for free or however they see it. But that's why too, with just your standards, even with just the foods that you eat, even with just, you finna throw, exactly, playing too much and shit. He was finna throw his daughter over the goddamn shit, bro. But gotta be mindful. But, and standards can be with anything as well though, but even with just like with parents, the way they communicate, nah, I can't rock with how you treat yourself. I got things to do, and it's gonna hurt them because they're not realizing how you outgrown them. They're not realizing that you want change in your life, and they're not ready to change in your life. So why would they want you to change for your life when they can't do it for their own? The next one, you stopped tricking yourself a long time ago, and you may just now be learning. My bad. It's very, like, bro, I hate all these goddamn little ass nanoparticles that are just flying over. That shit irks my fucking attention span. Like, oh my god, fuck. When you stop shrinking yourself, the past you played small with was only you're doing because you wanted to keep certain people comfortable. But now that you're grown up, now that you're able to be aware, these relationships are not going to help you survive anymore. And the thing is too, playing small in the sense of you know so much that you act like you don't know anything at all when you're around them because you want them to feel comfortable. But why do you keep doing that to yourself? You shouldn't feel ashamed because you do your work, you do your homework, you do your research, you study. How is that a bad thing to be intelligent even though you're still ignorant? You don't even know what you know, but you are okay to express that. You can freely do what you want. And if your friends, if your associates, if your people can't allow you to be in your truth, if they can't allow you to be comfortable with how you express things, don't be around them. Especially if they can't take what they are dishing as well. You have to get away from the things that people want you to be small in. No. With whatever that you do, there's always going to be attention upon you because look at what you do for yourself. You don't look into the mirror and say, today's going to be the worst day ever. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't feel good today. What does that even mean? No, what does that mean to you? I can't go to school today. I'm tired. I'm sick. What is that? What are these viruses? I don't feel good. I'm tired. My throat hurts. I'm aching. My body hurts. Oh, my foot hurts today. You know, I got shot or I'm injured. I'm broke. I'm helpless. What are these things? That's being small. Even if you are looking on the outward perspective of a small problem, that can be resolved by the way you look within yourself because you have to grow outside of what you think you're seeing. To see better, you have to be able to see better internally. When you see what's better internally, you outgrow what you have to let go of. And that's the old way of seeing things. Because you're not seeing things the way you see them today. The way you were seeing life 2 years ago, 3 years ago is not the same today. That's how you know change has come. But if you don't want change to come, then why are you afraid of change to come when you should have been changing anyway? Because it was going to come regardless if you wanted to or not. And if you're not prepared, you're not going nowhere then. But wait a minute, where can you go when you're already where you think you couldn't be? That's why you have to always be in your being no matter where you go, because where you go is where you're always going to flow. And if you want to flow in a low environment, then you'll always value chaos to where peace will never see itself being in your life or your light. And if your light can't find its peace, what will chaos look like then if it has the same exact light that your shadows express to you? Lastly, you finally began to work on your purpose. Many of us reach it at a young age. Not everybody can reach it, at the age that I was at. Not everybody's gonna reach it when they're 10 or 12 or 20 or 30 or doesn't matter. That all comes down with you. Your purpose starts with what you want to create. And you have to go hard in it every single day. You don't take a day off. Even if you have a day off, you're still working towards your purpose because when your life changes for what your purpose can do for you, why would you stop doing it? Why would you stop doing what works? If you can make 80 layups every game and nobody's stopping you, why would you shoot a 3? If you're studying for every test and you got a 95 to 100 on every test, why would you say, I'm not going to study tonight? What? If you show your spouse or your partner, your lover, you show them affection, intimacy, emotional intelligence, and love and honesty every single day, why would you stop doing that the next day just because you don't feel like it? I don't feel like being honest with my girl, so I'm gonna lie to her because I'm low in my feelings. What kind of weak ass shit is that? You're not being in your purpose then. If you gotta lie to yourself, your purpose will never be honest with you. The old version of you was living for distractions, but the elevated version of you that has direction is the guidance that can never fit on their path or any path of that matter that's not meant for you to walk on. The path that you're on right now is meant to guide you because you know where you're gonna go when it's all said and done. This is exactly why the oldest part of you, for example, wants to play the game. So here's my thing. Y'all already know I'm so transparent. I made a gaming channel of me just bullshitting around, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm gonna stream for hours and hours because one step at a time, right? But my thing is though, my purpose requires me to do nothing because I've already beat the game of life. And here's the game for you, a life. The moment you beat the game, and beating the game to me, because it can mean something different for you. To me, you free your ego from what you allowed it to teach itself. The moment you let go of what you learned, you relearn what you're learning about yourself. Let go of that, and you're constantly learning about what you had to let go of. Then self-mastery comes in. When self-mastery comes in, I could play the game for 3 hours. I could stream for 3 hours, post it on my gaming channel, and that could be 8 videos for today. I could wake up at 12 a.m., make a video for Patreon at 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. In a span of just hours or days, I done made more videos in a month, or really this year, than I did 17 years ago, or 8 years ago, 5 years ago. That's a major accomplishment. I could play the game and still make a video because I'm on my purpose 24/7. I could go to an art gallery and know that I'm looking at art and boredom, but yet I'm on my purpose because I'm learning every day. And that's self-mastery because I don't know shit. I don't know what I don't know. But because I don't know, I'm willing to learn. And because I'm willing to learn, what are you willing to learn when it's all said and done for you to not learn about what you already knew spiritually? You have to outgrow the things that you're tolerating. If you cannot tolerate a better version for yourself, what's the point of you living for a lower version of what you never existed in? Have a great Nirvana Divine Reflection.